Hi kids, today we're going to be reading chapters 3, 4, and 5 out of the After Happily Ever After, The Three Little Pigs Go Camping storybook by Tony Bradman. So let's get started. Chapter 3. As always, his brothers were late and didn't arrive until well after lunch. The third little pig was angry with them, but they weren't bothered. They threw his luggage into their battered old van and roared off down the road. "Wow, this is so great," said the first little pig when they reached the campsite. "I think there's a river beyond those trees. Let's check it out." "What about putting up the tent and getting unpacked?" said the third little pig. "I can't possibly go anywhere until I'm all settled in." "Oh, we can do all that stuff later," the first little pig said. "Chill out, man," said the second little pig. "You're on vacation." "So," said the third little pig, "what difference does that make?" "Oh well, suit yourself," said the first little pig. "See you later." The third little pig watched his brothers scamper away. A strange feeling passed through him, almost as if he were jealous of them. But then his self-discipline kicked in. He gritted his teeth and he got down to work. It was quite dark by the time his brothers came back to the tent. They were laughing and talking, obviously excited. The third little pig opened his mouth to yell at them for being gone so long, but he never got the chance. "You should have seen it, Big Brother," said the first little pig. "A whole herd of deer came down to the river. And we saw a couple of otters, too." "That wasn't the best thing, though, was it?" said the second little pig. "What about that eagle? I never thought I'd see one in the forest." The third little pig definitely felt jealous now. They were so lucky to have seen such things. Thank goodness he had made plans to see some wonderful wildlife himself. Although his plans didn't quite work out as he had hoped. The next day, he wanted to go to a wildlife sanctuary he had read about. It was the first item on his list, and he couldn't think of doing anything else. The second little pig, however, didn't seem at all that excited. "But it's really popular," said the third little pig. "Everyone goes there." "Exactly," said the second little pig. "I'd rather go somewhere different." So the third little pig went to the wildlife sanctuary on his own. It turned out to be a major disappointment, with lots of tourists and not many wild creatures. And his brothers had much better luck where they were gone. "You'll never believe what we saw today," said the second little pig. The third little pig listened unhappily as his brothers revealed they had stumbled upon a family of beavers that were building a dam. And they had seen even more amazing birds. And then there had been that herd of wild buffalo. Chapter 4. That evening, the three little pigs sat around their campfire eating a tasty supper. Two of them were cheerful, but one was looking very gloomy indeed. "Cheer up, Big Brother," said the second little pig. "Why the glum face?" "Yeah, you seem to be having a really bad time," said the first little pig. "I am, and I don't understand it," squealed the third little pig. "How come I keep missing out on seeing all the fantastic wildlife? What am I doing wrong?" "Maybe you do too much planning," said the first little pig. "Of course it's good to think ahead, but sometimes you should just go with the flow." "Or do something different," said the second little pig. "It works for me." It worked for the third little pig as well. The next morning, he got up and looked at his list. Then he took a deep breath and let his brothers decide where they were all going. And thanks to them, he saw some amazing things. Chapter 5. A few days later, his brothers took the third little pig back to his lovely brick house. He waved happily as they roared off in their battered old van and went inside. Everything was just as he had left it, but there was work to be done. The third pig couldn't help himself. He had to sit and write a list, but he added 3 extra items. Number 1, go with the flow, occasionally. Number 2, do something different, once in a while. Number 3, be sure to have plenty of fun, always. So much to his amazement, the third little pig managed to live happily ever after. The end. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and comment on this video and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you.